3, 2, 1. And we are live in the den with Lil Bob.
Lil Bob is in the house.
Yes, we are here. It is the Air It Out Show. We got Lil Bob in here doing his thing.
No doubt.
We got Pink Panther doing it up. Yes, and I am your girl, Cotton Candy. Meows. So now listen, we are so excited to have you in the den.
Thank you.
We've heard so much about you.
Yep.
Let's start off by telling the people a little bit about yourself and how you became known as Lil Bob.
Well, I think when my mother and father was making me, and I came out little, they said, well, let's name him Lil Bob. No, actually, I've gotten the craft basically almost a year now, since pretty much hardcore for about a year. I got an accidental break from Lee Daniels. Thank you, Lee Daniels. I appreciate that opportunity.
Okay.
Showed up on set of Precious. My daughter was 2 years old. She was cast as an extra. And I get on set, my little cocky, arrogant self, just hanging out. And, you know, I started talking to Monique a little bit about the film. She basically, I was telling her she's the funniest person on earth right now. She was crazy. She was real down to earth. And then some man came standing next to me and said, are you in the film? I'm like, no, I'm just hanging out with my daughter, you know, whatever. I said, well, I'm Lee Daniels. I'm the director of the film, and I would like to be in my film. I looked at Lee and said, Lee, get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? And he looked at me and he reacted the same way you ladies reacted. He started laughing. He said, no, I'm dead serious. A couple hours later, his AD came and got me and said, Mr. Daniels are ready for you. The rest is history. And after the set, he basically, because the main thing I appreciate is the fact that he had nothing to lose by telling me that I should have been in the business. And he basically said afterwards, this is your industry, I think you should pursue it. So I slept on it for like 2 years. Last year, July, I rendered the services of Tracy Moore. Tracy, I love you. Beautiful person. I just started feeling a bug for it. And I knew somebody who knew Tracy. So I was like, I'm thinking about really wanting to do this acting thing. So she was like, well, why don't you go check Tracy out? So she's really good. She's a good friend of mine. So I went and sat in, I ordered her class. And kid you not, I only really trained with her for like 4 hours. And I just ran away with her fundamentals. And with that being said, you know, I love her for that because it's just that I just sat with her for literally 2 different sessions and ran away with what she said, and I always listen to her 3 B's. Be confident, be prepared, and be ready. And I learned that slogan from her, don't act, become. And I just ran with it. So it's a beautiful thing right now. Loving it. Loving
Nice.
it. Yeah.
There are some people that are fortunate to just walk into situations and they just skyrocket, and then you have those that grind and grind and grind and grind, and some people just don't get anywhere.
Right.
What do you think is going to set you apart from everybody else?
Well, right now, it's just the passion for it. Like, I love the acting part because I love it like good food. Like, if you really love good food and you want to savor every bite, that's what acting is to me. Like, it's so free-flowing to me right now. Like, it's besides, that's all I think about. I mean, priorities with, you know, home life and work life is there, but this is my path. This is what I want to do. And I'm really, really passionate about it to the point where, like, other actors are really adapting to my spirit and they trying to figure out how do I got it, but it's like something I really have inside. It's just a burning desire to have. And I'm learning from my new current coach, John Pilata. There's no boundaries with a character. You know, you just take it on. So if somebody wants to cast you for something, that's the challenge. You know, you want to become the best character that you can become, whatever that's written for you, whatever dialogue that is, and just take it on. Just take it on naturally. Don't even look at it as an obstacle. Just go ahead and take it on. It's yours. Own it.
You know what I like about you is the fact that when you came into the den, you know, you were proud. You said, you know, this is who I am. I'm 4'11", and you know, I'm Lil Bob, things like that. Yeah. And has that been a challenge for you, or has that aided in the types of roles that you go after?
Well, for me, it's becoming a plus because I'm challenging the directors out there, basically. Like, you know, you need to diversify your projects, get away from the average type individuals, and you know, just offset it a little bit. And for me to get that exposure from Lee Daniels, who had his whole cast that was diverse, and just get me in as on the fly, that's what I'm challenging, you know, actors and directors and producers. Just, you need diversity in your projects. because without diversity, it's just going to be a commonplace. So you need a little bit of difference once in a while. You need that.
So do you go out for the leading roles, or is there a specific type of role that you go after? Or
well, I look at it this way, because I'm not really there at the industry level to the point where they know who I am and they can just send something to me, or they could write something unique for me. Basically, I'm also writing my own stuff too.
Nice.
So I'm behind the scenes doing a lot of writing, a lot of creativity. I'm starting to gain momentum with writing monologues for other actors. It's becoming a really good thing. I'm also being slated to be part of a writing team for an up-and-coming indie film company. You know, they really got an interest in me heavy. And I already wrote and produced 2 of my own skits. You know, great thing. I got a lot of buzz off it. So my thing is, if you don't want to give me an opportunity, I'm going to make my own.
Make your own.
What I want to do right now is I want to just really, really study my craft a lot more deeper. Okay. Because, you know, when I get it exposed, I want it to be exposed on a universal level. Like, I want everybody to know about this. Like, I'm here. Like, I earned this position. It wasn't given to me. You know, like Lee Daniels, that was just a great accidental launch. I don't want the next situation to be accidental. I really want to go in and get cast for something that people didn't expect me to get cast for.
So what's up next for Lil Bob?
Well, you should know. I just wrote something for you.
I know you did something for me, but we ain't gonna do that today. What's up next for you? Well, what are we gonna see your name attached to?
Well, right now, because like I said, I'm doing my homework. So I'm really doing like a lot of behind the scenes writing for other budding actors. And if you're looking for some, you know, reach out. After the interview, just, you know, look for the information. But I'm really doing a lot of writing, hardcore writing, because you have to stay creative. And I'm already creative, I'm diverse. So I want to write for people they can't find that monologue they're looking for. They can't get that script they're looking for. Oh, that's not me, that's that person. No, well then see me, I'll write something for your personality. And won't even charge you for it. But if you're a business, holla at me. I'm charging you, because we're going to barter.
You're starting out with monologues. You're attaching yourself to a writing team. What do you see yourself writing? Because I compared your work, because it's so crazy and out there, to the great Quentin Tarantino. Because it was just like off the wall, the monologues that you gave me. I'm like, oh my God, but it could work, but it's just kind of crazy. So is that the type of films that you want to write?
That's a good question, but actually no. You know, I just want to pretty much, like I said, I usually like to write off personality and just the vibe that I'm in at the moment. And then, you know, I just like to really give a person, you know, their own character based on what I know about them. So if I know a little bit about you, that's enough for me to just create a whole bubble effect about what I want to write about. So, and even at the moment, I'm cast for like, you know, 2 feature films that they slating to just starting to put together. They crafting it out. I already got the scripts. I already ate them up. I read on them already. And that's another thing. You know, I always tell directors, I eat scripts for breakfast, so I'm not even afraid of a script. Just send it my way, and that's mine. I'm going to own it. If you give me opportunity, I'm going to give you 200% commitment, and I'm going to own your material, and I want to bring that flavor to your screen.
It seems as though you have a whole lot of history to you that's not all going to come out in one breath today, but there's a whole lot of history behind Lil Bob. And for you to be able to eat these scripts for breakfast and spit them out and become this person, not just act as this person, where are you drawing all this energy from?
Well, it's like, you know, when you discover something that you didn't know that you had, and it comes through somebody else, and they basically, you know what they say, you know, if one person said you look like this, a second person said you look like this, and then there's a third and a fourth, you start believing what you're hearing. And I'm showcasing that when I go do performances, when I do monologues, when people see that I get their script and I really devour it, and, you know, I just put a lot of effort into it. So it's just really the passion. It's just strictly passion that comes out of me when it comes to this work. I love it.
So what advice would you give to an actor that hears a constant array of no's? Like, you know, you go in for these auditions and things like that. You put yourself on a line, you audition, and you may go to 7 in a week, maybe even 20 in a month, and you constantly get a lot of no's. What would you tell that actor that is just at their ropes end and just needs some type of something just to help them along in their career, what would your advice be for a person like that?
I'll probably basically tell them to keep doing it, because somebody's going to recognize your talent, regardless of who it is. But don't base your life around a callback. It ain't worth it. Or do what I'm doing, because I'm diverse, and I say this all the time, write your own stuff. Link up with other independent directors. Network your ass off, because without networking, you can go to a room and you might hear his agents in here, his other actors. Team up with other actors in your community, because other actors are writers. Other actors are directors, because those are the same people that's not getting cast either. So get behind the scenes, learn a different craft. Learn the camera, learn it well. Learn how to write, learn how to produce, learn how to edit. It's a big business. So it ain't just about acting, it's about behind the scenes. I don't want to act all my life. I want to produce films. I want to market more films. I want to market more diverse actors like myself. That's what I want to do. So it ain't just about that.
So basically you're telling them, if one area of the craft is not taking them where they want to be, just be versatile enough to do other things.
Absolutely.
Which is great. You can't, if you're not getting your gigs, write some gigs. If you're not getting cast in the films that you want, you're not getting the scripts that, that relate to what you want, write something that relates to you. And you cannot put a price on just having yourself be out there, because you can take a script home and you can memorize it and do everything that you're gonna do, but unless you do it in front of an audience, or even your peers, your cast members or whatever, you're not gonna get that instant feedback that you need that'll help you be better in the scene.
Absolutely.
Because if we could direct ourselves, there wouldn't be any directors.
Absolutely.
So like that feedback is just
it's critical.
It's great. If there's anybody that would like to get in contact with you, do you have any Twitter, Facebook, email, websites, things like that? Just make sure you let our listeners and viewers know about it.
Well, what I'll say is, if you guys definitely interested in getting some material written, whatever the case may be, holler at these ladies. Because what happens is you start getting all this junk mail, you start getting people pushing up, it's just becoming the wrong type of networking. So my thing is, my thing is if it's filtered, because just like the industry, it's all filtered. So they don't want to hear any BS. So I'd rather, if it's concrete and it's official, send it to the ladies, boost up their, their listeners, boost up their viewers, give it to them, give them the credit, because through them I can help you, and we can help me, and we can help them. So go see them.
Nice.
Lil Bob. Yes.
Wow.
All right, and with that said, Lil Bob, you have just been aired out.
Welcome to the Air It Out. Welcome to the Air It Out, the Air It Out Show.
It's the Air It Out Show with them Air It Out girls.